Hello, lovers of the world. This is Sinta speaking. It's been a while. Yeah, so I just wanted to sit down and talk about what I've been up to for the past few weeks now that my dissertation is over. I don't actually know when this vlog is gonna come out, so hopefully I won't say anything that's too repetitive. I might post it sooner than the others that I have in the backlog, but yeah, I kind of just wanted to vocalize what I've been feeling and kind of think out loud all the things that I've been planning. I mean, it might help me kind of decide on what I want to do. I have like a little list of things that that's what I keep looking down on, but like a list of things that I was like, oh, I'll chat about these for this vlog. But yeah, I finished my dissertation and I've kind of just been, well, honestly, like this week has just been, even though it was technically, I don't know, it was still quite busy because I've been hanging out with some friends and recovering from that because I've been drinking a lot. Like I've just been taking it super slow and being really grateful for the fact that I can even take it slow. Now that I don't have anything to kind of take up my time like a dissertation or a job, it's quite hard for me to decide on what I want to do because there's so many things that I had been looking forward to doing while I was working on my dissertation or working on the job, that now that I have all this free time, I'm kind of like stuck at this, like there's a phrase for like when you're overloaded, when you can't make a decision because there's so many things, there's so many options, and I guess that's kind of like me. Like now that I can actually bring out, I don't know if I've like mentioned this book before, but every time I had something that I wanted to do, I would put it on my bucket list, which is this notebook. Yeah, I wrote, I have like things that I wanted to do, projects that I could like work on, but for some reason it's kind of just like hard to like stick to one. It feels weird to jump into creative projects again because for so long I've been like keeping myself from being creative because I needed to focus on the dissertation or my job. This is a period where I'm trying to like ease myself into that and just like reassuring myself that like, hey, it's okay to act on these creative urges. And like so far it's been okay. Like I've actually been, one of the things I really wanted to do was like get back into making art again. This next year I really want to, I would love to do more markets and sell my art, lol. And right now but I'm like working on a design, sneak peek. I think this might be, I quite like how that one turned out and it's fun. I really like making designs. I miss collaging and I really hope that there will be lots of markets for me to be able to sell them next year. Another thing I really wanted to do is get back into reading. So I love listening to audiobooks, especially when I'm collaging, and so that's what kind of like why this is such a good like symbiotic relationship. Like while I'm collaging, I also have the time to listen to some audiobooks. But I've also really been into, like lately or like just this year, I've been obsessed with collecting books, and it's kind of getting out of hand personally just because I don't have room for them. Like this is kind of insane. So what I've been trying to do, I'm making this like challenge to myself next year or like during the break, and I was gonna go try and read all the books that I was thinking of donating or like cleaning out basically, just to see if I still wanted to keep them or if I actually do want to give them away. And so I have that project that kind of personal project going on. This is such a me thing. Like I always get so like paralyzed because of things that don't really that matter that much. Like for example, like I listen to audiobooks while I'm collaging, and so hypothetically I could just borrow the books that I wanted to donate on Libby, which is a audio book platform, and then listen to them while I collage. But then there's a part of me that's like, oh, if I have the copy, shouldn't I be reading them? Like and just because of that, it makes me not want to read full stop, which is like, what the frick. I wish I could get over that. But like things like that, like the way that my thought process stops me, flames, like literally I feel like Mrs. White from Clue. She's like, flames, flames at the side of my face. I can't explain it. And it sounds so stupid when I say it out loud, but it really just, oh my gosh. But yeah, so another thing I wanted to do was just like to like deep clean my room. I've kind of put off. I used to do that every month. Man, I was such a like that girl. I had like a planner, this system where I kind of fell to the wayside at some point because I just started to get too busy. But I really need to like deep clean my room, and like I want to rearrange it just to make it more like efficient, like the entire space more efficient. And I'm gonna get my sister to help me out with that. So I probably won't vlog it like the last time. That was a really fun vlog. I was still under quarantine. Was it 2021 September? Yeah, where I like deep cleaned my room because I was like going crazy. But this time I don't think I will vlog it. There's like a couple things I wanted to do, but I'll talk about it here instead of like vlogging it as it happens, just because I think it'll be fun. So first of all, yeah, like cleaning out my bookshelf, cleaning out the things I don't really need anymore. And I want to do this thing where I want to keep the desk in front of my window because I like the natural lighting. And then I also want another bookshelf just for more space to keep all my books and my albums. And then I also need a new system to kind of like hold my magazine stuff because right now it's here and it's literally a huge mess. It's like a pile of stuff. So I would like to have like a better kind of system for that. And I still have them kind of like in different areas of the room, but I would like it all localized into one place. So there's that. And then I need to clean up my clothes, just like things that I don't wear anymore. And then the other thing was I want to do this. I'm depending on how my room eventually looks, it would be cool if I could vlog or like film in front of like a wall instead of just like sitting here. Like this is fine. I like how this is a good setup because of the light that comes through. But it would be cool if I had like a designated area that like I can change like the wall decorations of frequently, like depending on what the video is. So for example, oh, my ring light. So I've got those over there, and then I was thinking, you see that little strip of stuff? Like I was thinking expanding on that and just like being able to swap out like posters or prints so that when I film a video essay, for example, it can kind of match the mood or like the topic that I'm going to be talking about. So I think that would be really fun and cool, and I hope when I eventually like move stuff around, I'll have like a space for that. That'll be fun. Just like organizing my posters and like making sure that the posters that I take down are stored in a way that like preserves them for a long time, I guess, because I still have some posters there, and like I haven't really been taking the best care of them, so I need to learn how to do that. So yeah, that's kind of like the vibe so far with my room, at least like just my space and my area. And then the other thing I wanted to do was like I'm still kind of tossing up whether I want to get like a job. I have applied for certain places. Like I'm not like too set on getting a job because I do have one lined up in March next year when the semester starts as a teaching assistant again. So I'm gonna work like there, and but in the meantime I don't know whether like I want to work another job at the side or work right now during the summer. I think I kind of need more money because I plan on visiting my friend in Australia in February. I still need to buy tickets, and so I have some money saved up, but it would be good to like not feel like I need to save. I just like I really want to splurge and go all out for that. There is a part of me also that like doesn't really want to find a job because I want to use this time to volunteer. There's a couple of like organizations that I kind of wanted to dedicate my time to while I have the time to give that away, like while I have that time to actually give that away. I guess it depends. Like if I don't hear back from the very few jobs that I did apply for, then I guess I'll just go and volunteer at the places that I was thinking of doing so anyway. The other thing that I wanted to chat about is like plans for the channel. I plan on making like an actual dedicated video about it soon where I have all my thoughts together, but like this can be practice, I guess, like vocalizing those thoughts. But basically I wanted to use this year to like kind of actually dedicate like time to make the YouTube channel an actual thing. In the past I've kind of just done it on the side, but I think like that's another reason why I wasn't really like keen on getting another job, is so that I can also use that time to volunteer but also use this time to for my creative endeavors. Like making signs and posting on the YouTube channel. Like I had a lot of stuff that I've had to put on the back burner because of the dissertation. And I guess I wanted to kind of restructure how I use the channel now that I am in academia, because I made the YouTube channel to make video essays about all my thoughts and feelings about K-pop and other stuff that I was keen on. But now that I'm like possibly writing a master's, it's kind of like, well, all of my ideas can be funneled into that, into academia. So I don't necessarily have to. I don't have as much of a need for the YouTube channel to be a place to dump all my ideas in, because I already have a spot in academia, sort of. That's kind of like my thinking. But I still wanted to keep it up, like, because lately I've been doing a lot more vlogs than video essays, but I want to change that. Like, vlogs isn't really what I wanted to do in the first place. I can still do them because they are fun to make, but it's the video essays that I've always wanted to do, and I really hope to keep doing in the future. Sneak peek of what I wanted to do for the channel is kind of turn my dissertation into a series of videos, like smaller ones, because my dissertation had been about how the K-pop industry reacted to the COVID-19 pandemic, and I'm proud of what it is. Like, it is a product of my skills and knowledge of that time, and so when I grow older, it'll be I'll see it as that. I'll be like, oh, this was when I was at this point of my time, and this is how I felt about K-pop. But obviously, when I grow older and as I further my career into academia, my abilities will change, my feelings will change. But for the dissertation, I'm proud of it in the sense that, like, yeah, this is something that I made, and I'm proud of everything that I made in some way or the other. But obviously, like, I would love to kind of keep working on it and like make it perfect, I guess. Like, obviously some of the things I've written there have changed because K-pop is a dynamic industry, and so I think it'll be cool to kind of like talk about, like, oh, this is what my data was like when I was writing it, and then afterwards being like, now that I'm making this video in 2023, these are all the things that have happened since then, since the time that I wrote my dissertation. But I think I'm planning on waiting until I get the grade back for it. I don't know how, like, logistics of putting your own work out there publicly, how that works in university. So I feel like waiting until I get my grade back, I feel like, is a safe time to do so. But I'll still be working on them. Like, I'll be revisiting it and kind of filming stuff on the side. I'll just wait until after I get my grades back that I will post it. That makes sense. That's one thing that I want to do. It might take the entire year. It might take even longer to like actually complete it all, just because it's like such a body of work, and like there's so many moving parts to it. But hopefully I'll actually eventually get it done. I think like in the channel as well, I'll be posting a lot more like studio vlogs. Like, now that I've gotten back into like making signs and selling at markets, I might film more those kinds of videos. And I actually don't know what the direction of the channel will be. I'm kind of happy with that, the fact that it's like full of random stuff that I do, but at the same time it's kind of like all over the place. It's like video essays to vlogs to like, am I an artist, or am I trying to be a serious person? I was actually toying with the idea of like posting like dance covers too. I guess I'm just doing whatever now. Who knows? I need to sit down and really have a think about it. That's kind of like why it was going to be a dedicated channel, a video about it later. And then now that it's Christmas, I think this is the final thing I wanted to talk about. Just the fact that it doesn't really feel like Christmas, because I don't know. November has been so busy. Like, usually we put up the tree earlier than this, but because November was busy, it was so busy. Like, I think looking at the calendar, it was kind of like, I can't believe that all happened in 1 month. Like, I went to Wellington, like my first ever solo trip. That was really fun. My debut. My dissertation. Oh my god, so many drinking nights, shenanigans. We went on a camping trip. My cousin came over, like, we were going out. It was just a lot going on in that 1 month. It was kind of like weird. And I had thought October was busy. I guess like this is just what life is like now. Like, things just are busy. Maybe December will be chill. Probably not. Maybe January will be chill. No, it won't. Okay, well, I have a couple of things that I think that helped me. Like, I feel a little bit better about what I want to do. Oh, wait, another thing I would like to do is maybe get a better camera. Just because this is a secondhand camera and I haven't exactly been the most careful with it since getting it. Like, I really like it because it's compact and it's easy to use and stuff. I would love it if I get a brand new camera that is exactly like this. Lol. But the thing is that it's secondhand. It does jam up a little bit, and like I said, I haven't been the most delicate with it. I've like gotten it wet. I've banged it like a couple of times. I'm so sorry, camera. We'll see. But anyway, thank you so much for listening. I don't know when this vlog is gonna come out. I might just like edit this down and like just put it up on the channel and see who watches it. But this was fun. I liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And I hope you guys are looking forward to whatever I end up making, because I am.